Welcome to Grown Men Chopping It Up. This your boy J.R. Rydha, and I'm with my ace,
Kerry. I say Kerry with a K. This is a safe place for a grown-up after dark talk.
We'll give you a few minutes to put the kids to bed.
Because it's 21 and over. It's 21 and over. It's 21 and over.
Alright, let's get to it.
Today's episode is based on bad plans. If you don't plan correctly, you get your ass whooped.
That's a very unique sponsor.
You get kicked in the neck.
Hey, what's up? Hey, so I want to give a shout out to all the people that's been really rocking with us from day one. We got some people that's real consistent, that always, download the episodes and check us out. And we really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I got some people from my job that they listen, but they don't tell me they listen until I tell them, hey, you should listen. Like, oh, man, I downloaded all the episodes already.
Right, yeah.
Me and my wife be cracking up.
Yeah, we get a lot of people that's couples and stuff and say, the best compliment I think I got was somebody who was like, I don't listen to no other podcast because nobody talk about the real shit that y'all talk about.
Wow, that's good.
And we bullshit and laugh, but we really give y'all some shit that's real. Yeah. Like a lot of people got these fake, give you those fake answers. What do I do if he doesn't love me no more? Fuck his best friend. Like, we give you the real shit.
Yeah, and that's what my boy Taza said. He said, I listen because, you guys have serious topics, but you break it up with, laughter and stuff that's fun. It's not all just hella serious.
Nah. Hey, let's jump in the show. You ready?
Yeah.
You got a good topic for us today?
Well, the first one, I'm finna help out mostly the females and the men that are henpecked and got their balls in a dresser on a jar.
Oh, okay. So the guys that's whipped.
And nay-nayed.
Okay. Whipped and nay-nayed.
So my first one's about, you want to know how you could tell that you have a relationship of convenience.
Okay.
And there are 5 questions that you can ask yourself and write them down if you can. Just take a little time to yourself and consider these questions to find out if you have a relationship of convenience. The first question is, can you easily live without him? Can you easily live without him in your life? Why or why not?
Okay, can you easily?
So like, you're thinking to yourself, is and that's another way to see if it's convenient or not. If you can live without him, which you probably should be able to anyway.
Right. But you shouldn't feel that way.
Yeah, you shouldn't be like, give or take, whatever. If he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, the neighbor's still home.
Right.
That kind of shit. That's the first question. Can you easily live without him? Why or why not? The second question is, when you imagine him not around, do you feel depressed or distraught, upset or worried about the future?
Or do you celebrate?
Right. Does it hurt your feelings that he's not around?
Or her.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why has it got to be the guy? Him or her? The third one is, think of your relationship history. Do you feel most excited about your partners when they're distant, non-committal, or relationships are filled with drama and longing? Like, which part do you feel the most excited about? When they're not around or when there's like hella drama and fighting?
I don't understand.
Me neither. It says, do you feel most excited about your partners when they're distant, non-committal?
So it's like, are you happier if your partner's a hoe, or if you're happier in a relationship that's filled with fighting and shit?
Yeah, knock you around. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So it's like basically, what's your history in dating, and what do you like best? And if you're just with this person because they're convenient, but you really you're with them because they're full of drama.
Right.
You might only be with them because they are full of drama, and that shit's exciting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know what the hell your point was. Okay, let's go.
And the fourth one is, where did you get the idea that a long-term relationship or marriage would be or should be based on bombs bursting in air?
Okay.
What the hell is going on here? Like, should it be like, they fart rainbows and things like that? Does it all have to be perfect?
I think fart rainbows. And like, okay, where did you get your idea of a relationship and our marriage?
Mm-hmm. And most of us got it from TV or our parents.
Not our parents.
Definitely not our parents. I wouldn't be in a relationship. So the last one is, during the time you were split up, did you feel extreme sadness, Were you just fine after a few weeks, or were you having a good time and not giving much thought at all? It's like, did you even care? So I guess relationships of convenience, they don't affect you as much as a relationship that you really should be in.
Or that you want to be in.
Yeah, that you want to be in. All relationships should be fulfilling to both the man and the woman, or the woman and the woman, or the man and the man. Whatever it is, relationships should be fulfilling, and you shouldn't feel like they're only around you because you live next door.
Right, or because you guys don't. I've heard people stay together for things like the kids.
Yeah.
We're only here for the kids. I just talked to this dude today, and it kind of blew me away. He was an older dude, and he said he was going to retire. He said I was going to try to retire next year, and he says I can't. I was like, why? He's like, oh, because he got divorced, and he was like, him and his ex-wife are pretty good friends or whatever, but he had 28 years in the union or whatever, and she wanted half of his pension and all this other stuff, so he has to keep working. But he said it was worth it to not be married anymore because they had nothing in common once the kids were gone. Oh, so once that buffer of the kids were gone, they had nothing else in common.
It's like, I realized I didn't like you.
Right. He's like, I'm going one way, she's going in another. Toward the time when you retire, you want to be going in the same way as somebody. And I think that's something that people don't think about a lot. It's just the whole planning ahead. And that's your golden time, right? You've worked your whole life. Now you're about to, wind it down. And then that's when you need somebody that is thinks on the same level and stuff as you do.
Yeah.
He said that even though he took a big loss and he has to work a little bit longer, it was worth it to him that he was away from her.
So the people that say it's cheaper to keep her aren't exactly eager to leave her. That's what I said when people would tell me some bullshit like that. Man, it's cheaper to keep her. It's not exactly cheaper. It may be cheaper on your pocket, but not on your well-being, your
quality
soul,
of life.
Your happiness. Yeah, quality of life is very important to men.
I think anytime you sit in a car and you got a debate going in the house, I think then you really have a problem.
Yeah, or you're volunteering for overtime.
Right. Or if you're always at the bar and you just don't, everybody know your name and you don't want to go home. I mean, that's a problem.
That's true.
So, a relationship of convenience.
A relationship of convenience.
So, hey, let me throw in my topic. My topic again was a text message.
I got one of those.
And it's and the person was like, in dating, what's a good age difference? If the guy's in his 30s, how low can he go? How young can he go? And if a woman's in her 40s, or vice versa, like what's the age difference that you think is like acceptable?
Well, I think society says 10 years plus one.
So if a guy is 20, it's okay for him to date a 30, it's okay for him to date a 19-year-old?
She's over 18. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think 30 is a little low. So 30, he should probably. It doesn't really apply to 30. It applies more to 40.
Okay.
But like dating a 19-year-old girl is no good for nobody. I mean,
or a 19-year-old boy. I mean,
nobody wins.
Yeah.
Because she's 19.
Yeah, she's a baby.
Right. What are you getting from a baby besides some sex? And you get that anywhere.
Yeah.
You're not really getting the best of her at 19.
Well, she doesn't even know what she's doing.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even know. I mean, just think back to you at 19. At 19, you had no fucking clue.
Yeah, 19, boy. Wow. Don't put your trust in me.
Didn't have a clue.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I was totally clueless. But one person says, I felt like age is nothing but a number. A 40-year man can have the mind frame of a 20-year-old. I know a few women who are far behind me mentally, but much older than me. Men are the same way, if not worse. So don't put a stipulation on age. It's about mental status to me. It's kind of true.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of women like to say that men are so many years behind women and thinking. But that's not right, because we have extra brain cells that fire at a higher rate than women do anyway. Right. So that's not true.
Yeah, those are Neanderthals they talk about.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people like to say that because sometimes, women, will have some of their things together maybe at a different rate than men. But that doesn't mean that one is better than the other, because that goes, both ways.
Yeah, and I think the world itself and society takes it easy on women more than they do on men. There's not as many expectations from a woman as there are from a man, because we're looked at as required to have a lot more going on than women anyway.
Yeah, I mean, case in point, bring up a personal story. If something happens with a car or something, a female automatically looks to you to know how to fix the car. Yeah. Even if you don't know anything about fixing a car, right. You somehow got to figure out a way to fix the car. And it's, it isn't like every time I look at a stove, I think that the woman should know how to master the cook.
Hey, well, I need to make a quiche. What you about to do? That's true. It's like automatic. And I think most women do think that. They think if I have car trouble, if something needs to be fixed, this man should be able to fix it.
Yeah.
And that might not have been my life.
Right.
I could be a scientist.
Right. I got to do the same things you got to do sometimes.
Yeah, yes. You can't expect me to know how to throw a ball if my daddy never taught me.
Okay, so the next person said he could go 4 to 5 years younger. She can go 10 to 12 years older. Whoa. Now, I think that's actually kind of more fair.
In the 30s, yeah.
Than you saying you're 10. Even if you're 30s, a guy could go to 25.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad.
Most women don't want to date younger anyway. They want to date older.
Unless they're looking just for sex.
Right. But then most women still rather go older when it comes to sex, because a young dude doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, your skills compared to what you could do when you were 20 to what you could do to 30 to what you could do to 40 should be way different.
Yeah.
If you're still fucking like you was at 20 when you're 40, something is wrong with you.
You're still jackrabbit fucking.
Right. If your whole idea is just to beat something up, and that's, if you got a girl who wants that, that's ridiculous. Yeah. But when you do mess with younger girls, that is their mentality. Yeah. They want you to just beat it up. Yeah. Beat. But I think they're missing. That's because, to me, they don't know their bodies.
Right.
And you don't have to just beat nothing up for satisfaction. Yeah. A woman, as they get older, they know where that spot is. Yeah. And they don't need you to be jackrabbit and jumping up and down on them. Yeah. They need you to hit that spot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not about fucking for 12 hours. Mm-hmm. It's about hitting them spots.
Yeah, you can give her an intense 5 minutes.
That's it. If you know her body, or if she know her body. Because a woman could be on top and know how to maneuver you to get to where she needs you to be. Right. And that's what these young girls and young dudes don't realize. Yeah. So it's more about, when you're younger, it's more about, let's say you fucking, and you doing 8,000 strokes, right, in a session. Yeah. When you older, you might only need 200 strokes. Spread out over a little bit of time. But those strokes, you gonna make them count.
Every one of them.
And if you with a girl who knows her body, she knows how to make them count. Mm-hmm. So it's a difference, So I like the 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, it works.
The next person said, to each his own. I wouldn't date anybody too younger than me.
What's too young?
Right. A woman in her 30s can date any man older up to 50. Youngest, I don't know, because young men can't offer anything but sex. Nothing younger than her age.
Yeah, and I think it matters too if you have kids.
Right.
You can't date anybody close to your kid's age, period.
Right. Right. And then you see that happening like with older dudes, right? Yeah. And then you gotta be careful as you get older. People that kids are getting older. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you're 40 and somebody had kids early, their kids could be in their 20s.
Yeah, in your target range.
And if you're still out there in the same places where the youngsters hang, you could be messing with your boy's daughter.
Yeah, easily.
And so that's when you got to get out the game.
Yeah, you catch a funky head.
You got to retire from the game Before the game retired you.
And it will happen. You be that old guy at the club, at the bar, trying to buy a chick drink. Because you see the women these old dudes end up with. Mm-hmm. They be the ex-drug addicts, the ex-alcoholic chicks. They all shaped, messed up. And they got teeth missing, and their skin is sagging. It's a goddamn mess.
Or they tricks.
Yeah, exactly. They tricking all their little Social Security money on these alcoholic bitches.
Yeah. Or they bus drivers.
Oh, yeah, definitely bus drivers.
They didn't cop a few of them little youngsters that they didn't see. Thought it'd be cool, make him feel young.
Yeah.
Left his 40-year-old wife for this 22-year-old.
Yeah.
And all she gonna do is have babies.
Yeah, and I seen a dude do that. He left his wife. They had 5 kids together for this girl.
There you go, being too specific.
Oh, yeah. A lot of bus drivers have 5 kids. I don't even know if there was 5. It might have been 6. Anyway, he left this woman for this young chick that was messing with other drivers, too.
just really throw the shit out there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he knew she was messing with other drivers.
Oh, man, you gonna get assassinated.
Y'all know that was my story, you said.
Right.
But he left his wife, and he messed up because the girl ended up not with him.
Yeah, I mean, you see it all the time. You see, I'm up there now. I'm 42. I just turned 42 November 2nd. And I run into some of my OG partners, and they still saying these same stories. And you like, dude, we was talking about this when we were in our 20s. You still talking about you found you a little young tender? Wow. Like, really?
Young tender.
You still really on that hype? Like, you got to graduate your game a little bit at some point. Yeah. You got to retire.
Yeah, because it's about liability as an asset. A young tender's a liability.
Man.
Because getting her car insurance ain't even the right price no more. It's still hella expensive.
But then what you going to do with that? What can you do really with a youngster?
All you can really do is beat it up and mold her into what you want her to be and hold her hostage for most of her life. Because that's what you do. You're holding them hostage. They don't know what else is going on in the world until they get a taste of it and they go, wait a minute. I thought I ordered the big breakfast.
Right.
He been short dicking me all this time. I thought this was the best there was.
There you go. You see them and they get free.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know,
they on the pole.
Everybody hit the floor.
They going on.
All right, that's it. So that's my topic. The age different thing. And like I on my personal opinion, I think like you said, age is just a number. Maturity. And sometimes with older women, I have found that they have been through so much that they're kind of jaded and stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
And especially if they're successful. So if they have their own car, own job, blah, 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 then they tend to not want to, I wouldn't say follow a man, but let's just say follow a man. Mm-hmm. Because they feel like they got all the answers. Opposed to sometimes if you get somebody younger who's looking more to be led or they're not jaded to the point where they're still okay with listening and they're with you because they respect your opinion. Yeah. Some of these older women, they think they know just as much as you. And I'm fine with that. You can know as much as me. You just don't need to be with me. Because fighting over certain things because you want to be right is just,
No.
I like what the rapper said. You want to be right or do you want to be with me? And with older women, most time they choose to just be right.
Yeah, they want to be right so bad.
Mm-hmm.
You be right if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Right your ass up out of here.
Okay, so my next topic, I'm gonna get from social media.
Yeah,
it was a question on social media, but it came from the radio. This guy says, listening to the radio, a woman calls in to apologize to her husband for never being in love with him after 16 years. How would you respond to that?
Well, I would be okay with it because I would basically be like, well, I don't feel so bad about fucking your sister. So I'm okay with it that, all the shit I done. Because I'm sure he felt it in 16 years.
At some point.
Right. He knew that it was coming on. And she's wrong for apologizing on the air. She just wants some attention.
Wow.
If you don't love me, just leave. You ain't got to tell other people you don't love me.
All right. So one girl says, she probably took the phrase, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with to heart. That's settling, but many do it. She was a woman enough to admit it. She probably thought eventually true love would bloom or something. Maybe it was for convenience. Who knows? Either way, it's selfish as hell to hold up someone's good years with mediocre love. I'd ask hella questions.
See, I don't need to ask hella questions. Like, that's the thing, though. I don't need to know all the reasons why you don't want to love me right. All I do is, and he's dumb for accepting not being loved right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you accept it, then that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So forget that. I don't even blame her. I mean,
It ain't even her fault.
It ain't her fault. He should step up. His brain synapses should have been firing and led him to the greener pastures.
Right. So one guy says, it just means a lot. It just means that a lot of people have a hard time telling the truth. You have people talking about praise God or I love Jesus, but can't tell the truth to save their life. They use God's name all the time, which means love, and yet know nothing about love. Ugh.
He's gay. Tell him to go back and hug his boyfriend.
So I had two responses when I read it first. I responded, like I know how. I said, depends on how she behaved for those 16 years.
True.
As long as she played a role, I wouldn't trip.
Nope.
So that's the first thing I said.
As long as when she leaving, she not trying to take none of my shit.
Right.
You don't love me, don't love none of my shit either.
So then I said, love is only one piece of what holds a relationship together.
Preach, my brother.
There's also loyalty, obligation, admiration, and friendship, which can all survive without love.
What about sex?
Yeah, I left that out.
But I mean, because if she's sucking a hell of a dick, you ain't gotta love me. You can love these nuts.
Yeah, because I think even in some of our grandparents' relationships, they didn't love each other.
None of our grandparents didn't love them,
Yeah.
period, from the beginning.
It was obligation.
They got married for a different reason. I remember somebody told me, it was probably the lady that used to be called my mom. She says, I feel sorry for you guys. And I was like, why? She was like, because when I met your dad, I wanted a family. He wanted a family. I liked him. He liked me. We made a family. He was like, nowadays, we got so much stuff blocking you guys. You got social media. You got all your exes, and you got all the friends, and then you got all the homies, and it's too much information. It's too much space.
That's true. It's a lot more complicated because people are a lot more shallow too. I'm pretty sure back then all the women and men weren't beautiful.
Nah.
It was more of a people playing their role. You see a black man, he works hard. That's the man I want to be with, Mom. They get together. They spend 60 years together.
Yeah, most of y'all grandparents was ugly.
Yeah.
For real, people be posting their grandparents' pictures on Facebook. I'm like, damn.
Why your grandma look like Oogla the Mouse?
Yeah, like grandpa, woo. Like grandpa was handsome. He was in this, they have their grandpa up there in his little military suit.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, he woo.
And everybody's grandpa was in the military.
Them niggas didn't have no choice. It was either military or jail. People are all proud of their grandparents. My grandpa served in the Air Force. He had two choices. It was 15 to life. He was trying to get away from your grandmother.
Right. Spent all them years away from her.
And you gotta think about it. It wasn't that many black people, but it's a whole lot of black families. Them grandparents was having, your grandpas was rolling stones.
Right. They made the population.
Yeah. People were like, I want a relationship like my grandparents. Okay, well let me beat your ass and go fuck the neighbor.
Sound familiar?
Yeah, but you don't understand. Back in the day, you want a relationship like grandma and grandpa. Grandma couldn't say a whole lot.
Oh, yeah. She couldn't even hardly come outside unless she was going to church.
And grandpa wasn't around that much. He was down at the juke joint with Annie Mae.
Yeah, and her dresses had to be past her knees.
And she had to wear a slip.
That's crazy.
All right, what else you got?
That was it. That's the advice I gave to him. Because, 16 years, she wasn't in love. It matters if she showed it or not. Did she act funny? Did she play the role and act like women do? Because people will say, like, women are better at, hiding shit than men. Like, that's a badge of honor or some shit. Yeah. Oh, I'm better at killing people than you.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
But the thing is, I think none of these people are in love. I think that if most of these people, you look at their relationships and look at it even through Facebook. If you with the person 6 months and y'all both saying, I love you, y'all break up. and never talk to that person again. You wasn't in love with that person.
Exactly.
You know, you when y'all together, it's me and my boo, y'all posting pictures and doing all this other stuff. But that ain't love. Because when y'all break up, you never talk to the person again. You don't care what they doing. Yeah. You don't love that person. And I love this phrase where people say, I'm not in love with that person no more. Ain't no such thing. That's stupid.
I love you, but I'm not in love.
Yeah, that's dumb. Let me tell you guys something. And I'm going to try to explain this to you guys in a way that most of these women can understand. So I'm going to speak slow. Love, you can't make a meaning out of no meaning. You can't say that the opposite of love is hate. So if you hate something, you can't be in hate with it, right? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm in hate with you.
Yeah, I'm in hate with it. No, that doesn't make sense. So where are you getting in love? No, there's no such thing. You either love it or you don't, and that's the problem. So if you say you're not in love with somebody, that means you don't love them because you never loved them. Right. Love, the opposite of love is hate. Once you love something and it gets in your heart, and I give people this analogy. I say, when you love somebody, it's like how you love your kids. They say that's different. No, that's not different. Because you don't hate different than love. There's not levels of hate. Right. Or it might be. But I'm saying, like, we don't use that term in that way. So there's not. So if you love somebody, if you love them today, you should love them forever.
Yeah, because you don't. Because if you love your kids, you don't never not.
You don't never not love them, no matter what they do. Your son right now kills up everybody at the middle school, and the police say you're going to shoot him. You'll probably say you're going to shoot me too.
Right, that's my son.
That's your son. Yeah. That's my daughter. Like, she murdered the whole school, and we're going to murder her. No. No, you're not.
Right, but your girl could suck everybody's dick in college. And you want to break up with her.
Right. And you hear people say it all the time. Okay, so you're with her just for the kids, right? Yeah, well, I'm only with her for the kids. Well, what if you come home and she's sucking somebody's dick? Or I break up with her. Well, the kids are still there.
It's still for the kids.
It's still for the kids. No, that'd give me a reason to go. And I think that people get a reason to be in love and a reason to fall out of love. And my number one saying is that I say is people only love you as long as they like you. Yeah. The second they don't like you no more, they don't love you no more.
That's true, yeah.
So that's what I say.
Shit, makes a lot of sense to me.
So people are just fall in love. We're going to use that as a topic.
Yeah, write it down. Because that's what I tell Stephanie. I'll be like, if you fuck up down the line, I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to torture your ass until I'm done. But we'll still be together. You're going to want to leave me, but I'm not going to let you. Because I said, I'm not leaving you. This is just a punishment. I'm staying.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I learned my lesson.
How do you tell somebody that?
I know, honey. That does sound a little fucked up.
Right, it does.
Yeah, because I'm going to torture your ass.
You just scaring her not to do nothing?
No. She won't even go to the store no more.
She's like, I would fuck with the neighbor, but I'm scared that I'm going to be tortured. I guess that's a new way to do it.
That's right. You let them know what's coming.
Right, let them know the pain.
She come in the house, I'm sharpening the blade. I said, I'm not going to kill you, I'm just going to maim you. You will be Hopalong Cassidy. And I'm going to still be with you.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah, now that you put it like that, it sounds a little threatening.
Yeah, it does. All right, now I'm finna set this program off.
Uh-oh.
This right here, this is gonna be the reason why we get a Pulitzer Prize.
Watch out.
So I'm gonna explain to people why side chicks are winning.
Uh-oh.
And for all you people who are married in long-term relationships and your person you're with sucks, and you're just sitting there taking it, I'm explaining to you why a couple people, why side chicks is winning. And I say, number one reason is most times guys get to be who he thinks he is. If he's smooth or a pimp or a player or he's like a sex genius or whatever it is, he gets to be that with the side chick. Yeah. Because he can make himself whoever he wants to be during that time. And with the main chick, you're already who she thinks you are. So if you guys dated since high school, she figures she has you figured out. She knows all your moves. She likes what she likes. She doesn't like what she wants. She doesn't see you as sexy. She doesn't see you as adventurous. You're just Jay.
Right.
That's it. That's all you're ever gonna be.
Jay, period.
You look good sometimes. But with this side chick, you are the nigga.
You James Bond.
You James Bond on that pussy. So the second thing is, she will text you and send you pics, and she'll talk dirty all day, so you're excited. Yeah. Main chick doesn't do that because she figures I am. There's no reason to do that. Side chicks want you to know all day she's thinking about you. She you say, send me a picture of that pussy. She go put a landing strip and put your name in it. You know what I'm saying? She's doing all the stuff so you can feel like you the dude. Yeah. And women don't realize how important that is. Wifey ain't doing that. Wifey ain't took a picture. She ain't even shaved the thing. Look like buckwheat between her legs. And okay, so another time, when you see a dude out with his side chick, if you see him out, side chick look good. Side chick got on the little red dress. Side chick got on the 6-inch heels. Watch out. Side chick got the titties out. So he likes he watching her, and she don't want nobody but him.
Yeah, her attention's fully.
Her whole attention, and other dudes is looking like, ooh. I want that, but she only want him. That make him feel good. Like, look at what I got. Yeah. Look at what I got in my. Look what I pulled. I still got it.
Got me a badass youngster.
I got me a bad youngster. Look at, I'm gonna tear that shit up when I get back. I'm gonna pay her rent too.
And her phone bill.
And the phone bill. But guys like that, we out. She looking sexy. Wifey ain't looking like that no more. She wearing the brown dress that go past her knee with the cardigan on.
And the brown clogs.
And the clogs. She don't even want to go out.
Some guys got it hard.
And if they're indoors, she got the Victoria's Secrets on. Everything is matching. She been planning this outfit for you for the week. So you just looking at her like, I can't believe I'm about to hit this.
Like, pinch myself.
I'm about to tear this down. She got your favorite drink ready.
Watch out.
That's why side chicks is winning. Okay. The number 4 reason why side chicks is winning. She'll rub your dick underneath the table at the restaurant. She'll whisper in your ear and tell you how good you look. She'll let you take it down in the car. Yeah. She'll give you head while you're driving. Wow. She'll come in the bathroom at the restaurant and fuck you in the bathroom. Yeah. She'll fuck you outside. I remember I had a chick call me and tell me, hey, on your way to work, won't you stop by here and let me suck your dick? Now,
let's stop on by.
I mean, how do you, like...
now, who says that?
Who does that?
Yeah.
I ain't even had no Cheerios yet.
That's going to be your breakfast.
Right. And, you want to fight that kind of stuff. But that's a hard fight.
Yeah. You liable to be late to work.
You be late to work.
I might call in.
But I'm saying side chicks do that. Side chicks think about that shit. Yeah. And the other thing, okay, number 5. She's open to whatever you suggest. You could say to side chick, hey, I really like some oxtails and my dick sucked. Okay. You come by the house, you got oxtails and dick sucked.
Right. Well, how you eating oxtails?
Right, I mean, they're open to whatever you say. Yeah. So it makes you feel comfortable. And women don't understand. Once I feel comfortable, I could be married to somebody 16 years and never felt comfortable enough to even tell her that I've always wanted to tap dance.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Right? Because I don't feel comfortable. There's a wall there. Yeah. I can't tell her anything. Side chick, I didn't tell her, I always wanted to tap dance. Oh, I love tap dancing. Yeah. Look, get up here. Get up on the table and tap dance, nigga. But I'm just saying,
I love musicals.
Yeah, I love musicals. But they'll be more open to it because they see you as that dude. Yeah. You perfect in their eyes. Mm-hmm. Then they're gonna kill the cat and the dog and
and boil it.
But other than that, that's why side chicks are winning. The reason that they're winning is that they conquer a man's ego. Mm-hmm. If you want to keep a man happy, you conquer our ego. Right. That's why side chicks is winning.
They are winning. So I guess the thing is to have your main chick be your side chick, or at least have her behave like one, in order to keep your interest.
Right. Or you just married a side chick. But that's what I'm saying. Or you gotta have communication. But that's what I'm saying. Your first go around in your life, in marriage or dating or something, the first go around is probably gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna choose the wrong girl. You're probably gonna choose the wrong dude. You probably got the wrong measuring stick for what you need. Right? The second time, you already know, because I just told you why side chicks is winning. So that's why side dudes is winning. Same reasons. Mm-hmm. So you just you got that. So you find somebody who has these characteristics because you think it's not important. It is the most important. You marry a chick for 10 years, getting your dick rubbed underneath the table at dinner is amazing.
It's a fucking treat.
It's not gonna happen. But if you marry a chick who does that, or you marry a dude who still does them kind of things, you winning.
Yeah, that's why I say I'm winning in this instance because Steph does all that. Like a random picture while I'm at work, or she.
Hey,
it's great.
That's what keep it. Like people always tell me all the time, Kerry, he seems to have it all together. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, he got it together because he's messing with somebody who gets him, and he can say this type of shit. And she listened to the podcast, so she hears shit anyway.
Yeah, she listens all the time.
This is game tight. Y'all need to listen to this and do it.
Right.
Yeah. They just need to figure it out, man.
Right, exactly.
Let's jump into this question.
Calls for the question.
So the question I got is, hey Jay, I'm in the friend zone. She's my coworker and I want more. I've listened to all her stories about the creeps she dated. How do I show her I'm the dude for her?
Yeah, flag on the play. You can't listen to all her stories and then try to jump out the friend basement. She gonna be like, you know your way, or you want me to walk you back down there? Where? To the friend zone.
Well, he has the blueprint to success. He's listened. That's smart.
Yeah.
He's listened. You should be able to use everything you've learned in order to be successful.
Yeah, but only if you fought it 100% of the way. Like if she told him a story, hey, this guy last night, he tried to hit it, I didn't really like him. He has to interject every time she say that. If that was me, I would have done something different. You always gotta put your spin on it.
Right. So you're saying say stuff that lets her know that you're interested more than a friend way.
Right. Every time she mentions it, so when he pursues her, it's not like, oh, I thought he was just my buddy. I was conversating with him about guys, and I trusted you, and you're betraying my trust, and using your powers against me.
Right. But he's supposed to. He's a guy.
But he's supposed to announce it too. Like what I would do when I felt the woman was trying to put me in a friend zone is I would just make this statement right here. I would say, look, I'm not trying to be your friend. I want to see you naked. And that just shuts all that shit down. I don't want to be like your brother. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me nothing you don't want me to use against you. I'm trying to fuck. And it either scares them off or it lets them know your intentions.
So you saying just go raw dog with her. Just be like, look, what you doing tonight? How about sucking some dick? Then she know you out of the friend zone at that point.
You bust out the door of the friend zone. Like,
you saying fuck the friend zone.
Yeah, you, me, and these nuts got a date.
That's one way to get out the friend zone.
Or if he want to finesse his way out, it can't come as a shock to her. It has to be where she knows you were interested, but she would just tell you these stories because she talks a lot.
You know what I like about what you said though is I do think that's the best way to go. What you initially said is that everything I got it. So she gets dressed and she's looking sexy. You be like, ooh, you know what? You need to take that off. That shit do something to me. Hey, look, I'm gonna have to go. I can't be in the room with you with all that ass out.
Right.
Them titties is looking good. Like, yeah, just oh, you crazy. We friends. Shit.
Get friendly with
you. Rub my shoulders like that and shit. And wake up with some dick in you. And then just make it like you don't want. Like he gotta, like you said when you said before about ignoring her. He gotta take the power back and be like, you know what, you looking good. And I got to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like he doesn't want to do it. Like, it's forbidden.
Yep.
Then she's going to get intrigued. So if you want her, you got to play it to the left in order to bring her over to the right.
Right.
So you got to do a little misdirection. You know, when she tell you the story, like he said, oh, you know, this dude, he was too aggressive. Like, shit, I'd have been aggressive too.
Yeah. You know, what you want me to do? You looking on like that, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I'd have put it and knocked your back out. No, you can't say that.
He just wasn't the right one for you.
Right.
The right one sitting here in front of you.
Right. You know, we'd be crazy if we was a couple. You know, ooh, that energy off the chain.
Yeah, he said we the new power couple.
Yeah.
But if he hasn't done any of that, then what should he do? If he hasn't,
He got to start. That's what I'm saying. He got to start. That's square A.
Yeah.
You know, and when she's talking about the other dudes, you got to listen, but you have to always interject how it'd have been better with y'all.
Yeah.
And then if she starts to get annoyed and stuff, then you know that she's not interested.
Yeah, she just
and
wants
that
to
way,
tell you
yeah, that way you could back out of it without looking like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You throw it out there a couple times, and you know she don't bite.
Yeah.
Then you back out, and then you just, you know, you stuck in the friend zone, and you didn't risk nothing. But if you come out and say something or try to be like, hey, I think we should date. Nah, that way, if it blows up, you lose a friend. Yeah. This way, if you stick your toe in, it ain't good. You just back out.
Yeah, yeah. You that guy that's going to have to listen to all these other stories.
You got to listen to the story. Just fuck all her friends well.
At least get some hookup.
Right. At least get the hookup.
Or just fuck all her coworkers around her.
Yeah, do something.
And they going to tell her eventually, be like, man, he got some good-ass dick.
You should have messed with him.
It's going to be too late for her.
It's too late.
You gonna start telling her stories, man. Your girl in the cubicle next to you suck a mean dick.
Man, I couldn't even find my socks.
She sucked my soul out of my shit. Yeah, start telling her stories.
Yeah. Show up at her house half naked and drunk. Like, I just need to lay down.
All right, let me lay on your couch.
Yeah, and whip your dick out when she sleep. Let her walk in and see it dangling.
I got a story. I did that one. I didn't do that, but there was a girl she was a little bit older than me. She was a basketball player, so she was tall chick.
Big tall chick.
Yeah. So, but she would call me Care Dog. That was her way of keeping me in the buddy zone.
Yeah, homeboy.
Yeah. She come by the Turk house and she would want to take a nap with me and spoon.
Yeah.
So after the first few times, you know, I'm trying to rub the ass a little bit, you know, and she's like, not going for it, right? So I said, the next time she come over, I'm going to just stick my dick out of my boxers.
Let it dangle.
I'm going to just let it dangle. It's like, you know, when she come out of the bathroom, it's going to be sitting there like, hey, what's up?
Hi.
So she go to the bathroom. Next time she came over, I stick it out of the boxers like it was an accident.
Right.
And then so she come to get in the bed, and she goes, ew, put that away. And I'm thinking, that is not the response.
That wasn't what I was going for.
What the fuck? So, of course, I had to put it away because, you know, oh, that's hanging out?
Oh, my bad.
And so, here I am stuck napping with this chick.
Yeah, that's not fun.
And so, you know, eventually she got a boyfriend, they got married and had kids and all this kind of shit. But
yeah.
I was like a platform.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that friend zone bullshit.
Fuck that.
That was the only time I made the friend zone mistake.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's pretty damn funny.
I should have just ass raped her.
Yeah, you should have. Should have gave her some Molly water.
I should have Cosby'd her.
Yeah. Come over here, not giving out any pussy.
Care, dog. You care, fuck you like a dog.
Yeah. Then she fucked with somebody who's lame.
Yeah, she fucked with some old lame dude. They had kids, tall kids.
Tall ass hoop playing kids.
Tall ass hoop playing mulatto kids.
Yeah, one of them's in the NBA. We ain't saying his name, Kerry.
Could have been your daddy.
Yeah, I might still be. My jumper good too.
Right. I got a mean hook shot.
Do you want to get into the rant, or do you want to wrap it up? Where?
Yeah, we got enough time. We can wrap it up. We can do the rant for next time.
All right. Hey, we out of here, y'all.
All right. Peace.
See y'all next week. So that concludes our show tonight. We know there's a lot of podcasts you could be listening to.
And should be listening to.
So we thank you for riding with us. I'm J.R. Rydha.
And I'm Kerry with a K. Make sure you look us up on Facebook or Instagram, or get at us on grownmenchoppingitup@gmail.com. That's spelled out GROWNMENCHOPPINGITUP. And remember, everybody kneeling ain't praying.
Peace.